Hey guys, what's with me, Sarah? Welcome back to my channel, and before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to post notifications, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. So today's video is going to be my January wrap-up. I cannot believe it is the end of January. Today is January 31st of 2024. That is crazy to me, how we're already a month into the year. But I've not done a monthly wrap-up in forever. But I've decided to do one for this month, and let me know if you want me to bring these back and do them every month or like every 2 months or something. And I just felt like talking to you about the books I've read. So I have read 8 books this month, and I am currently reading one right now. I may finish it today, but I also may not. So I won't be including that, obviously, because I haven't finished and I don't know my rating. But let's just get talking about all the other books. And you may notice a theme with the genre and what I was into this month. So let's get started. The first book I read this year was Wretched by Emily McIntyre, which is the 3rd book in the Never After series. This is a dark romance reimagining series. This one was a Wizard of Oz reimagining, and it was so good. I loved it. It was very dark. It deals with death and organized crime and all that stuff, but it is one of the best books I've read this year. I've only read 8, but it's definitely top 2. Don't know if it's my favorite because there's another one I'm going to talk about that is like equally as good. But I really enjoyed this one. I love the first one, but this one is better in my opinion, and it's much better than the second one. The second one was just not for me. So yeah, this one's my favorite. I can't wait to continue on with the series. And I know the next one is Aladdin, and I'm super excited to read that. The next book I read, oh, and I said 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars. I don't remember if I said that. The next book I read was Not My Type by Evie Mitchell. I love this book. This is a contemporary romance. I gave this book 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. This has disability rep. The main female character is in a wheelchair, and it is very spicy. And I do believe I have a reading vlog on my channel where I read this book. So, definitely go check out my channel and see if that is there. It will be in the reading vlogs playlist, under playlist on my channel. And I'm pretty sure I did a reading vlog for it. And I loved it. So it's basically about this guy who he teaches rope play and as a class. And she has a podcast for having spicy times with disabilities and people with disabilities. And so someone requests that she does one on rope play. And she doesn't know too much about the subject, so she goes to his class, learns more about it, and of course they fall in love. And it was just so cute, so sweet. Highly recommend. And it is very spicy. The next book I read was Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is a YA mystery. I love this book. Gave it 4.5 stars. It was so good. I had heard mixed reviews about it. When I first had bought it, which was actually quite a while ago, I'd heard great things. So I thought, why not pick it up? But then after buying it, I heard some not so great things and some mixed things. But I loved it. It's so good. I can't wait to continue on with the series. So this follows a young girl. She is probably high school age, and she goes to this school that's special. And there was a murder, murders there years ago, and she goes because she loves true crime and she wants to figure out who did it. And of course a bunch of stuff happens, and yeah, more mysteries arise, and I can't wait to continue on with the series. It is a series that you have to read in order, and each book does end on a cliffhanger. I believe there's 3 books in the series and then a couple spin-offs. So I just really want to finish up this story with Stevie and get answers, because we had nothing answered in book 1, and it just raised so many questions. So yeah, definitely go check this out if you're looking for a good YA mystery. I definitely recommend. And next I read Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, which is a cowboy romance. It is small town. It is about this woman who moves back to her hometown after she got in an accident, because she is a horse rider and professionally. So she comes back, and it is brother's best friend, and it is so good. And of course they like each other, and they do get together, and her brother doesn't know for a while, and then when he finds out, let's just say he's not thrilled. But it is so cute, so good. I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I definitely recommend it. I've heard some really great things about it, and I know so many people love it. It's their absolute favorite, like ride or die. Like Kelly from Kelly Reynolds Reads. It's one of her favorite books of all time. I definitely enjoyed it, but it's definitely not my favorite. But I also know people like Josh from Peace Love Books liked it, but didn't think it deserves all the hype. So I definitely lie in the middle. I think it's worth the hype, but just not the best thing, you know? It's still really good. Go read it if you haven't already. And the second book does come out this year, I believe in like March or April, sometime around then. So I am super excited for that, and we'll probably be picking that up. The next book I read is Frost by, oh my god, I'm forgetting the author. I think it's Ava Ross. I read this on my phone. I got it on Kindle for Stuff Your Kindle Day. One of the Stuff Your Kindle Days. I don't remember which one, but I actually really like this. I gave it 4 stars. It is an alien romance novella, and it is so cute, and it has kind of to do with Christmas. Like, she delivers toys to the orphanage where she grew up for Christmas, and she gets stuck on his planet, and he like takes her in, and of course they fall for each other. It's a very insta-love, and like his people, if like humans violate their agreement, then they will kill them, so he has to like hide her and make sure no one sees her, and it's just super cute. I definitely recommend. I don't think it is worth necessarily paying a lot of money, so I don't know how much it cost originally, but I would probably wait till the next Stuff Your Kindle Day and see if it's there before buying it, because it's definitely better to get it for free if you can get it that way. But I recommend it. It was cute and I enjoyed it. The next book I read Credence by Penelope Douglas. This is a dark romance. It is step uncle, step cousins, and it takes place in a small town. Her parents pass away, so she agrees to move and live with her uncle and his sons. And it is a relationship between her and all 3 of those guys. And so there's like the 3 of them, and honestly, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the one she ends up with is the one that I think she should end up with. Like, I was happy with the ending. I mean, yeah. What does that say about me? I know, concerning. But, I mean, none of the guys were great. Like, don't get me wrong. They were all terrible. And in real life, like, steer clear of these men. But in a book, it was just so enjoyable to read about these characters. And they were so protective of her. And I really liked it. The next book I read was Heartless by Elsie Silver. I gave this 5 stars. This is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series, which is a small town cowboy romance series. The first book is Flawless, which I read last year, and it was one of my best books of 2023. So I knew I was going to love this one. It is also single dad nanny romance, which is my favorite trope, if you didn't know. So I absolutely adored this book. It was so good, so spicy, so cute, funny. It was just everything you want in a book. And this was the one that I was talking about when I talked about Wretched. This one might be my favorite book of the year so far. It's either that or Wretched, so it's between those 2. So if there's any books you take away, like to go read from this video, Heartless by Elsie Silver and Wretched by Emily McIntyre. I absolutely love this book. This book was so humorous, and it was cute, and Willa and Kate are they're soulmates. They are meant to be together. I loved Summer and Red from the first book, but Kate and Willa, they are just next level. Like, they are, oh my god, this book was so good. Chestnut Spring series so far is one of my favorite series of all time, and I've only read the first 2 books, and I can't wait to continue. And these books are just so sweet and wholesome, and Elsie's writing is just fantastic. So again, gave this book 5 stars. Definitely recommend. Go check it out if you have not already. I would recommend starting with book 1, but you do not have to. They are all interconnected standalones, but book 1 was also amazing, so why not read that one too? And the last book I read so far, I don't know if I'm going to finish this one I'm reading, is Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. This was actually an ARC that I was so fortunate to receive. And I am so just so grateful for getting to receive ARCs and that people want my review and are willing to give me a free copy in exchange for an honest review, which if you do not know what ARC means, it means Advanced Reader Copy, where the author or publishing company sends you a copy of the book. I have gotten a couple ARCs in my time, and they have all been e-ARCs, which means they just send you the ebook for free in exchange for your honest review, and they expect that you review the book on the platforms either they specify or that you tell them you review on before the book is published, and you just talk about the book and be 100% honest. So this one was a cowboy romance, brother's best friend. I give it 3 stars. I enjoyed it. The plot was so good. So were the characters. They were definitely meant to be together. And this book has such great potential. Unfortunately for me, the writing style just did not work for me. I don't know what it is about it. I just feel like, I don't know, that writing was just not for me. But I definitely recommend when it comes out, go check it out. Because the book itself is great. It's just the writing did not work for me. So maybe the writing will work for you and it'll be a great book. So that one I gave 3 stars. I still enjoyed it. It is the author's debut, and I definitely think that she has an audience out there, and a lot of people will love this. If you tend to like the books I like and like the writing styles I like, maybe this one isn't for you, but I'm still gonna say, go read it, go check it out, give it a try. And yeah, so those are all the books I read in January. I am currently reading, my book is current read is actually right here, Need Me by Tessa Bailey. I am not loving this, unfortunately. I have read, I think 3 Tessa Baileys, am I right? Yeah, 3 Tessa Bailey books. I've given them all 5 stars, but unfortunately this one so far is kind of I don't know, a 3-star maybe? It's okay, it's just definitely not my favorite. It is student teacher, and I do love that trope, but this is one of Tessa Bailey's first books she ever wrote, and I definitely can tell that. She has definitely improved so much as a writer the more she has written. But that is enough about this book. I am filming a reading vlog for it, and that is it for my January wrap-up. If you made it this far, please leave me a book stack emoji, and before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.